CyberAndChill. A while ago, two IT professionals sat comparing their resumes. On paper, they looked almost the same. Same certifications, same years of experience, even some of the same job titles. Yet one of them was earning nearly twice as much as the other. It wasn't luck. It wasn't a second degree. The difference was identity. And before we dive in, if you want more of these hidden path breakdowns, I put together a free newsletter where I share IAM strategies, lab guides, and career tactics you can borrow. The link's in the description. Subscribe and use it to start stacking your own proof. That's the idea I want to explore, how identity and access management became the quiet cheat code of modern IT. Everyone talks about cloud, AI, DevSecOps, but identity quietly sits underneath all of it. It runs every login, every permission, every audit trail. The funny part is that most people touch identity every single day without noticing. A password reset, a new hire account, an access denied ticket. These feel like background chores, but they're also the front door to a six-figure niche. IAM is about three things: authentication, authorization, and governance. They sound abstract, but they're really just the mechanics of trust. If compliance asks how access is reviewed, that's identity. If an app team needs single sign-on, that's identity. If an engineer can't get into a system, that's identity too. And here's what makes it interesting. In a crowded market, specialization is what raises value. IAM happens to be one of those specializations companies can't function without, which explains why analysts with a modest cert stack are suddenly landing roles that pay $110,000, sometimes much more. So how do you move from support tasks to a career in this space? The process isn't hidden. It's not a secret recipe passed between a handful of insiders. The materials are public: Azure Entra, Ping, Active Directory, and countless documentation portals. The steps are repeatable: wire up single sign-on, configure lifecycle automation, capture the logs, document what happened. Early attempts usually fall short. A resume full of acronyms, a half-finished lab, a certification no one asks about. They look complete, but they don't carry weight. It's only when the work shows real edges, things that broke, things that got fixed, things explained clearly, that the signal comes through. Here's what I've seen. Put 3 resumes on a recruiter's desk. 2 are polished but vague. Manage tickets. Troubleshoot issues. Nothing to hold on to. The third includes a link to a portfolio, a working SSO demo, a short write-up of a provisioning script, a diagram of how roles map to permissions. Which one stands out? It doesn't guarantee an offer, but it guarantees a conversation. That's the pattern, not perfection, not polish, just evidence. IAM careers don't grow from memorizing terms. They grow from proving flows. The cheat code is simple. Pick one identity provider and one app. Wire up SSO. Show that the token or assertion carries the right attributes. Automate joiner mover lever with a script or SCIM. Break it on purpose. Capture what failed. Fix it. Publish a README, one diagram, maybe a short demo video. Do that 3 times in 3 slightly different ways and you're no longer just IT. Your identity, this isn't mystical knowledge. It isn't locked away. It's a part of IT most people overlook because it feels like maintenance. But it's also the scaffolding every other system stands on. So if you've ever reset a password, if you've ever provisioned a user, if you've ever dealt with permissions that didn't make sense, you've already been standing at the door. The only question is whether you'll open it. Identity and access management is the hidden path that turns routine IT work into 6-figure leverage. Not because it's glamorous, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Closing reminder: if this episode sparks something for you, don't just let it fade. Grab the free newsletter in the description. It's where I drop practical IAM playbooks you can use to build evidence and level up faster. This is CyberAndChill. See you inside the lab.